Yo, what's good, people? Today we're going to be talking about Eddy's Negativa stance, or in other words, relax. So I'm going to refer to the stance as relax throughout this whole video, so don't be alarmed if I'm not saying Negativa because we say relax. I'm just going to run through some options regarding relax, frames behind it, mix-up potential behind the stance as well. So we're going to cover all those topics within this video. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Liking will help with the algorithm. Commenting will also help with the algorithm, and then subscribing will let me know that you enjoy the content. Let's get into it. So as said before, relax is a very evasive stance, and it's known for its high evasion. So this will go under jabs, it will go under high hitting mids as well at times, but it's mainly known for its high evasion, so you can actually evade those jab checks or those high string checks. So that's what relax is used for in terms of defensive strategies. You can also just use it in terms of just going into it with a raw transition. Now to go into relax itself, you press down 3+4. So that's how to get into it in terms of raw transition. So some other ways to get into relax are sidestep 3. You can also cancel it by holding down. So sidestep 3 is really good cancelled because obviously it leaves you in relax point blank. So this leaves you for, I don't know, immediate timing mix. So you could do plethora of mids, some low threat as well. Relax 1, relax 3, 3. This is hell sweep or sweep bang from relax. So those are his low options. Relax 1 and relax 3. So relax 3 has ascension, sweep bang, relax 3, 3, which gives install. The install is signified by the kind of green aura around his limbs, and you can see the charge, the power up when he gains access to the install. So that's how you can kind of tell that he has an install stock available. You can also tell by the health bars as well. So the green glowing symbol is his kind of install stock symbol. So some characters will have that. Other characters that don't have installs will not have that, but Eddy actually has an install mechanic within his move list, so that's why you see that symbol. Okay, so we've touched upon sidestep 3 to get into relax. The most common one, I think, is actually 1-3, his 10 frame punish. So his 1-3 instantly puts him into relax at +7. So this allows you to immediate timing mix the opponent, and this also forces crouch on hit. So the fastest move Eddy can do technically is a crouch jab, but let's say while standing 4. So if they mash while standing 4, they will get counter hit by relax 3. Relax 1 will trade, and then relax 4 beats any retaliation, and then relax 2 will lose that interaction. So really you want to mix with relax 4 because this is actually a frame trap, they can't press, or relax 1, which will trade, but it is relatively safe at -11. Or if you want to go for a big read, you can do relax 3. Now something to note is that if they mash here, you can get a counter hit conversion from relax 3. So that is really important, and the combo conversion isn't too hard, it's actually very easy. I'm going to show you what that looks like in terms of me punishing Eddy and then him mashing after it, and we're going to see what the interaction looks like. So now what's going to happen when he's in forced crouch, he's going to mash while standing 4. So after 1-3, relax 3 is actually going to counter hit launch. This is a counter hit launcher. It doesn't look like it, but it is a counter hit launcher because he's in crouch at this point. So this is what the conversion looks like. So this is the combo that you would do if it counter hit. Now if you want to go for Oki, you can also do this combo. It's pretty much the same conversion, but and then you dash in relax. So I'm going to break those combos down. So on counter hit, just enable counter hit. You do while standing 3 to pick up. Side step left, back 3, 3. And now you can continue the combo. So those two strings were relax 2-4 down to stay in relax, and then the same string 2-4 down to stay in relax. Then when you're in relax, you can dash forward by pressing forward, and then you can still go for Oki. So that's 1-3 into relax. This is very, very advantageous, especially if you gain the respect. If you mix at first, if you frame trap at first, gain the respect, that's when you can start going for more shenanigans out of relax. So this is really, really important to gain that kind of conditioning first, and then you can go for the mix-ups. Eddy is somewhat a conditioning character as well, because he has a lot of stuff that is locked behind conditioning. So a lot of stuff that you want to do in stances probably isn't going to work unless you gain that conditioning first, that respect. And that respect comes from immediate timing mix-ups. If you mix people, if you frame trap people, they're going to start respecting more stuff. And that's when you can open people up to, you know, do those stance transitions, do those stance shenanigans. His final transition into relax is actually full crouch down forward 3. Now this is a plus on block mid that forces crouch but leaves Eddy in relax. So on hit, this is +9. So anything you do here, even relax 2, is going to be a frame trap. So again, this is very, very advantageous. And again, I'm going to reiterate the point that doing immediate timing mix-ups, forcing them to guess, is going to gain that respect. So this is full crouch down forward 3. Now let's look at this move on block. This situation now is advantageous because this stance high evades. So if they try to check with jabs, they're still going to get count hit launched. So now what's going to happen is, once people figure out, okay, I can't check relax with highs, I'm going to check with mids. Down forward 1, for example. This is what is going to happen when they try to check this with a down forward 1 if they try to mash. As you can see, Eddy's going to check with a down forward 1. So yeah, this mid frame trap, counter hit, also a counter hit launcher. So again, they can't even check with mids. So this move is super good for just forcing a mix. Full crouch down for 3 is a very, very good move. So that is the final move that I will kind of talk about in terms of transitioning into relax. There is this one from handstand. So press handstand down or handstand up, transition into relax. But again, you can only start doing these stance shenanigans when you've gained that conditioning. So I've spoken about some transitions into relax. What about when we're actually in relax? So relax again is down 3+4. I'm going to go through all of his relax moves. So relax 1 is your safest low poke. So if you don't want to go for the sweep, you can just go for relax 1. You know, it doesn't do that much damage, but he is very safe here. So he's only -11 on block. So let's show you that. See, -11 on block. So relatively safe. Now, what you can do is, if you think they're going to try and punish it. So again, this is where you set up the conditioning. Poke with relax 1, and then now you can throw out relax 1-3, which is -14 on block, but watch what happens when they get countered with that 3. This is what is going to happen when he presses. That's a counter hit launcher. So that, again, what I was saying before, conditioning, you need to condition players to kind of respect this move. And then once they get sick of holding it, they're going to start trying to press. So now this is going to happen to them. They're going to get counter hit launched for 70+ damage, whatever combo you choose to do. Relax 2, I think, is his best move because it has a lot of range. It's a long range mid check. But more importantly, this move is -2 on block. So that leaves you enough frames to sidestep after it, which is really good, again, for conditioning. So you can do, you know, relax 2, sidestep, whiff punish, whatever you want to do, really. So that's relax 2. Now he does have extensions from this. This is relax 2-4. Now you can hold down after this to stay in relax at +3 on block. This is a mid-high, so the opponent can duck it. But from my experience right now, opponents don't really duck this string. So I would say test the opponent, test the opponent's knowledge. And if they're not ducking it, this becomes one of Eddy's best moves, in my opinion. So that's relax 2-4 down to stay in relax. Now, again, he has another string, relax 2-4-4. This is good at the wall, I would say, to kind of stop people from mashing or stop people from stepping and moving after this move. So again, -14, but it's kind of a knowledge check tool and this wall splat. So if you think your opponent's going to try and step or press in between it, that's a good string to throw out. So that's relax 2, relax 2-4, and relax 2-4-4. And then obviously you can transition into relax from relax 2-4 down. So this is good because, again, if they try to check with jabs, for example, they're going to get, you know, counter hit launched. And now the frames are important because this is +3 on block. If Eddy tries to mid check this with a 13 frame, usually down for one's a 13 frame. So usually the check mids in Tekken are 13 frames. So characters that have 12 frames mids, 12 frame mids will be able to beat this, but the majority of mids in Tekken are 13 frames and slower. So let's look at a simple down for one check and what's going to happen in this situation. Counter hit trade combo. So again, this is super important because look at this. See what I mean? So you can actually counter hit convert off this. Look, that's 67 damage for them trying to mid-check you. So again, Eddy's frames, I feel like they've strategically given Eddy frames to do stuff like that. So again, mid-checking in this situation really isn't the best idea. You can't really check this. You just have to guess. Because if you try to do high attacks, well, you're going to get swept, right? So that's the mix in this situation. So if you try to high check, you're going to get hit with this. You're going to get hit with the sweep. And he also has mids to high evade as well. So let's set that same situation up. Relax 2 is also a high crush move, so you can loop this without fear of getting high checked. That's where the mid check comes in. And now if they try to mid check you, this is going to counter hit trade for a launch. So that's why this move is really good and it sets up mind games. So again, just get comfortable using Relax 2 and Relax 2 4. See what I mean? So if they... Now I'm back in. So super, super good. So again, that is Relax 2 and its extensions. Relax 3, this is Sweet Bang. Just note that it does have to be clean hit. He's going to be able to block it. It has to be clean hit. So you have to be point blank to Sweet Bang. It's still very, very strong though. And again, look, he's gaining access to install. Now the install, just very briefly, so I covered this in my Eddy beginner guide, but his install allows him to do more moves from handstand. So it gives him a low threat from handstand, the sweep, which is handstand 3+4. And it also gives him a plus on block mid. Another plus on block mid, because he already has handstand 1, which is plus. But he also gains access to handstand back 4. And he can also do it into relax, which is handstand back 4 down. So when I'm talking about install, I'm just talking about those extra moves that he gains access to. So that's why it's important. And sweep gives you a stock, an install stock. So that is Relax 3 and Relax 3-3. There's nothing to say about it really. I mean, it's just a Sweet Bang. And then obviously it is a counter hit launcher as well. And the conversion is just while standing 3. Very, very easy pickup. The next one is Relax 4. Now Relax 4 is a heat engager. And it's a combo on normal hit. And you can also hit confirm this because you can delay it for quite a bit of time. So this is undelayed, as you can see. And now we're going to delay it. See how much I delayed it. And this is a heat dash launcher. So again, this becomes even more scary in heat because if they guess wrong and they guess the sweep and you do the mid, hit confirm and they get launched. See what I mean? So that move is very good as well. If you want to be super big brain and super risky, he has the massive relax launcher, which is just relax 3+4. But there's nothing really to say. It's just a big launcher that you can throw out on a big, big read. And this is also good on Oki after down 2-3 after combos, which I covered in my beginner guide. But let's just show you what I mean by that. So he's going to tech roll. So this is going to hit tech roll. Both tech rolls, tech roll left and tech roll right. So if I launch Eddy, end the combo with down 2-3, it's going to hit. Now, what happens if they get up and block? If they hold back and block it, which they can do, this is what happens. The move becomes very hard to punish because it's at range and it pushes them back very, very far. Let's talk about Relax 1+2. Now, Relax 1+2 is long range kind of headbutt move, safe on block. And this move is used to get combo damage, extra combo damage after like up forward 4, 1+2. And speaking of up forward 4, this goes into relax as well at +12. So even more mix. And what's nice about this move is that it doesn't go into stance on block. So if I set them to block all, it just becomes his regular homing move that he had in Tekken 7. So it doesn't actually go into stance. So this is a good move to throw out, especially on Oki as well, because people love to duck Eddy because of like 4-3 and stuff like that. Down 3 as well is a really good low. But yeah, up forward 4 doesn't go into stance on block, but it does go into stance on hit at plus 12. So this is absolutely bonkers for frames. There's really not much they can do. I mean, even if they try to heat burst or rage art, it's not going to work. But this is extremely plus. So let's set Eddy to do a heat burst, for example, because if a frame trap beats heat burst, it's going to beat power crush and rage art. So let's just look at heat burst, because I think personally that's the most problematic mechanic on defense, or dealing with that mechanic as the oppressor, if that makes sense. So let's set Eddy to do that option on it. So this is what is going to happen if Eddy tries to heat burst and get counter hit. So yeah, not even heat burst will work here. Everything's a frame trap. I was late there. See what I mean? So yeah, they can't even rage out, they can't power crush, they can't heat burst. So this is a really good option as well to transition into relax. Just before we close up the video, he does have a couple of extra tricky things that I would say in relax. So the first one is relax up forward 1+2, which is his rodeo throw. So you can throw people, and also he has a crouch throw from relax as well. So if he is low blocking, so if you want to call out the low block, for example, I'm going to select crouching block. You can go into heat with this, and crouch throw is either relax 1+3 or relax 2+4, and they actually do different things. So relax 1+3 keeps them close to you for Oki, like this. So you see I'm close, and then relax 2+4 kicks them away to reset neutral. So if you want the space, you can do relax 2+4, or if you want to keep them close to you, maintain pressure, you can do relax 1+3. So that is relax in a nutshell. I know relax can seem very overwhelming as a stance to kind of get used to, and I know they changed a lot of inputs, but honestly it's not that technical. It's just he has a lot of options, and it's just about you making a conscious effort to kind of try new options and be comfortable using different options. So I hope you enjoyed.